Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We are going to talk about practical metaphysics today, and specifically dreams. Now, when we look at what I call practical metaphysics, that being our common daily connection to elevated concepts such as being, knowing, causality, time, and space, there is no more common daily metaphysical activity than dreaming. We all dream every night. Scientific research has proved this repeatedly. Even if you claim you don't dream, what you're actually saying is you don't recall any of your dreams. Furthermore, evidence of humans dreaming dates back more than 4,000 years. The Epic of Gilgamesh is an ancient Sumerian text carved on clay tablets, revealing, among other things, King Gilgamesh's dreams. Of course, religious texts such as the Bible and the Quran mention dreams frequently, and throughout the centuries, dreams have been immortalized by the likes of Sophocles, Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, among countless others. The main question to begin with is, why do we dream? According to scientific research, it's to download information from our previous day for safe storage in our brains. This allows us to know how to react to physical situations as well as to emotional situations. Information about what worked well under certain circumstances are logged within us as go-to actions, spontaneous, instinctual responses, while actions which didn't play out well for us are logged as to be avoided. This is how our ancient ancestors learned about some very important basic things like fire and how to hunt and what plants to eat and those to avoid. Human brains evolved carrying this practical information about survival, but they also evolved with an awareness of what I would call our sixth sense. So it was an awareness that they evolved with and then began putting into practical use. This is what our ancient ancestors did all the time. Now, intuition is part of this sense, which I will explain in more detail in a later episode. But to stay on the subject of dreams, I want to call your attention to the common symbols which appear in our dreams, our dream language. That part of our sixth sense which deals directly with our subconscious and superconscious mind, relaying messages which we can consciously use to live at our highest potential. Our dreams are always telling us where we are succeeding and where we are failing in our lives. They pull no punches in showing us, through symbols and the emotions attached, where we truly are. They do this because our subconscious and superconscious mind always wants the best for us, not only to survive, but to thrive. So while the download of information from the previous day gets stored in our neuro pathways for those fight or flight moments, it is also being presented to us to help us understand how we can improve our lives. I always say that dreams can eliminate our greatest fears and help us achieve our highest goals. This is a bold statement, but it's true. For 30 years, I've studied dreams from various sources, both scientific and metaphysic. Each point of reference has been an essential resource for my own understanding of dreaming. We put these resources to use by first remembering as much of our dreams as possible. This means as soon as you wake up, you either write them down or record them on a voice app, which I also do. I have the tendency also to go into a lucid dream state after a dream and tell myself to remember this. This is something subconscious that just began happening to me because I understood I really wanted to remember those dreams. And so I become lucid for just that moment after a dream because my mind is aware that I am trying to remember this. because lucid dreaming is where you become consciously aware that you're dreaming. Some people choose to engage frequently in this state, but in my experience, it prevents my subconscious and superconscious mind from having center stage to illuminate my deepest fears and desires. I don't want to control that aspect. Dreaming, if you don't try to control it, will reveal exactly what you need to work on in your conscious life to achieve your goals and eliminate your fears. And after I lucidly tell myself to remember a dream, I then tell myself to turn loose of the lucid state and allow my subconscious and superconscious mind to take charge again. So once you recall a dream, the next step is to decipher it. The analogy I like to use is that this is like decoding an ancient Egyptian hieroglyph. None of the symbols in your dream can be taken literally. Rather, they are a coded message with generally universal meanings. For example, flying all by yourself, not in an airplane or other conveyance in a dream, represents freedom. Now, how you feel about flying during your dream will give you a deeper, much deeper layer of insight about its message specifically to you. If you feel joyous as you're flying through the air on your own, then that indicates a very positive situation of freedom for you. However, if you're feeling, let's say, nervous about flying, then the dream is saying you're unsure of your situation of freedom. After you decode all the symbols in your dream, arrange the symbol meanings into a coherent narrative. A message will become apparent. If it's not immediately obvious to you, then think about it and think about your previous day, because our dreams almost always deal with something we thought of or encountered in our previous day. And please be honest with yourself. That is essential. There is no benefit to you in decoding a dream if you're not willing to accept the dream's message. Because frequently our dreams point to how we need to improve on some level. Remember, your dreams always want you to be living at your highest potential, making the contribution you are here to uniquely make. So be willing to accept the message and then consciously create actionable steps to address, solve, confront whatever needs to be. When we have dreams which repeat over and over days or weeks or even years, it is our subconscious desperately trying to make us aware of the situation we need to address. Once we do, the repetitive dream vanishes. In my online monthly magazine, Astrologic, I write about dream symbols to help you decode your dreams. While dream symbols are basically a universal language, some cultures will attribute different meanings to symbols. And certainly, symbols in our dreams reflect our current times and our social values, so it's important to take those factors into consideration when deciphering your own dreams. You will know when you have hit on the correct analysis of them, because you will feel that intuitive ping, as I call it, and you will know this is the message your subconscious was wanting to relay. And finally, in this brief overview of the power of our dreaming mind, there is a technique called dream incubation. Dream incubation. This is basically creating a concise question before you fall asleep where you gain the symbolic answer in your dreams. I can tell you from my own experiences with this technique that it works, and it can be incredibly revealing and helpful. I can go into more detail in a future episode, so let me know in the comments if you're interested in knowing more, and I'll share more with you. But let's remember, the access we have to the deepest levels of ourselves is available to us every night through our dreams. Our hopes, our fears, and everything in between can be revealed and used in our waking lives to help us achieve everything we want. It is obvious we should be paying attention to our dreams and putting them to work for us.